So the biggest thing I work on is with us having the food side is really selling our deli. So always suggesting what our entree is or what our special is and really pushing that. And then incorporating the sales floor as well. We'll suggest something that we love, really get involved with our customers and start that conversation and get them wanting to try all these items that we do have.
Not everybody in the store has that much enthusiasm. How do you motivate your staff?
By coming in a good mood and joking around with everybody and keeping everybody's spirits high and just having a good morale with the whole team. So if I'm energetic, usually they're energetic as well and they're ready to work. I like to bring my staff into, the budget side of things, and I do relay like how our sales are and how they're growing and all that. So they are aware of the progress they're making and how well they are doing with something as simple as running a register.
But you compete against the big boys, right? I mean, all the top chains are in your area.
I think with my store personally, compared to a lot of the bigger brand stores that are like nationwide, we are really central located and we have more interaction with the customers, like from the register people up front to my backline kitchen. Like we all have communication with the customers and they love that. The cook that is making their food is talking to them and asking them how their day is going.
When and they see Jessica or they see, Susie, they know her personally, and they're going to see their friends.
What I look for is somebody that's not afraid to, start up the conversation or put themselves out there to be like, hey, how are you doing? And like really just be energetic. That's what I'm looking for. Somebody that's gonna bust out their shell. And even if they are shy and they open up to me, that's something that we could work through. If they're not comfortable and they're trying to just branch out, as like I have a lot of younger kids here and they're shy, but the more they interact with me, and I'm not shy, so they kind of bounce off my energy and then they just kind of go with it. I feel like that's important for you to have a good connection with your staff.
What's the secret to getting that energy out of them and building that relationship?
What I think it is I try to relate and I try to understand. And I have an open door policy. So if they can come talk to me, and like I have a lot of younger kids. So like I'm like, if you have school problems, you can come talk to me. That's fine. Like we can talk about it for 5 minutes and then you can, go about your shift, and that like relieves a lot of stress on them. And then, when I do hire somebody, I give them a get to know me sheet. And it's just this sheet. It's like about what they like, what's their hobbies, and just so I can find out a little bit more about them. 19, when I was an assistant manager at Apple Market, I started in management within like fast food when I was 17,
Holy
and I'm
moly.
currently 24.
So your first job was just at the register.
Yep.
Yeah, I love these stories. This is such a perfect industry for them.
I tell them where I started. I was like, I'll always go back to, I started when I was 15 years old at Taco Bell, and I worked my way up to where I am now, and I plan on going even further. And that's something that they could do. No hesitation. I'm like, if this is what you love and this is what you enjoy, go for it. My main one, when I like, for instance, when I'm training a new manager and they want to go into management, I said, I'm very close with all my staff, but there is a certain point when you have to draw the line at boss and friend. Are you able to do that? Because I can be your friend all day long, but you still know that I am the manager and there's certain boundaries. And a lot of my staff know that and they've never crossed that boundary, but that's a line that you have to set early on. And if you're not able to, I don't believe that you'll be successful in it.
So the other question, though, that I'm thinking, and maybe it doesn't have anything to do with it, we deal with a lot of data geeks. We're pretty technical, geeky people, but we end up talking to a lot of people that are people. So it's tough sometimes to find all the skills that we need. What's the skill? What's the thing that makes you enjoy life that's the good match for convenience?
Mm, I think that would just be, that's a tough question.
Hmm.
Um,
Let me ask the question in a different way.
yeah.
What is the trait? What is the trait that you think is one of your personality strengths that makes you a good manager?
So I'm very, for myself, I'm very self-critical.
Hmm.
So I set really strong goals for myself, and I I have to make those goals, and
Mm.
I will do anything to make those goals. Dogs, hamburgers, home cooked meals. We do like casseroles and all kinds of things.
Wow. From scratch.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so you have to have a little bit of cooking ability, right? This is not just pulling something out and putting it in the oven. You gotta know what you're doing.
There's some things that we do just put in the oven, but I don't ever just throw somebody in the kitchen. I do have like a recipe book, and it's pretty self-taught, simple things. And if they want to bring in new ideas with stuff that they know how to cook, we do incorporate that as well.
What's the hardest part, or maybe what's the similar pieces, and maybe what's the most different about trying to run the convenience side versus running the food side?
Um, Food side is it's testing. It's very fast paced, with the way ours is set up, our kitchen is open. So every customer can see you. So if the kitchen's behind, the customer is standing there staring at you.
Oh,
And you just have to be able to keep calm and cool and keep up with all the orders, because we do get backed up. Not at a sense of everybody's waiting over 20 minutes, but we do get back to back orders, large orders, catering orders. So it's just something that you would have to deal with, and the pressure of all that.
huh. We gave the advice about coming in the convenience store. So now it's like you got to get your assistant manager. You're taking a week off. What's the thing they've got to get done that week you're gone so that the store keeps running and you hit your goals?
You got to make sure that hot case is full. You will miss so many sales if we do not have the food the customers want. 100%. They have to make sure that they're cooking the food in a timely fashion, and make sure people are in the store. So people, like short staffed, people will walk right out the door if you see one person at the register.